Hello guys, I hope you're doing alright. And here we are in a new video about sets. Okay, so remember, during this week we continue with the sets topic, and we will talk about the operations with set. So we will talk about union and intersection. Remember, you can review on last week videos. We were talking about complement of a set, the universal set. Okay, I recommend you to watch those videos to remember some important concepts. All right. So let's start. You can go to the PowerPoint presentation that I uploaded in Schoology from slide 16 to 18. So we were talking about this part. Okay, so let's start with the first part. Union and intersection, and we will talk about the Venn diagram used for this operation. So let's start with union. What is the union? The union consists of all points which are colored red or blue or purple. Okay, you can look at this representation, and the union A union B will be all these sets, this and this, all the elements that are contained in both sets. Okay, this could be the set A, okay, and this could be the set B, all right? Okay, so the A union B will be all these elements together. An intersection A intersected with B will be only the elements that are part of A, both of A and from B. So the union, the intersection, here is a mistake, the intersection consists of all points colored in purple, all right? So will be this, only this section will be the intersection, all right? So let's write it here, intersection. Okay. Okay, so let's see an easy example. So given the sets A, 1, 2, 6, 7, and 9, and the set B, 2, 3, 9, 11, and 12, we're going to find A union B and A intersected with B. Let's start with the union. A union B, we are going to include all the elements, and we don't repeat any element. So let's start in order. Let's start with 1, 2. 2 is included in A and also in B, so we write it once. 2, 3. Let's go on with 6. Then 7 here. 9 is in both sets, so we have 9. We have 11 and we have 12. All right, so this is A union B. Now, if we see A intersected with B, will be just the elements in common. A intersected with B. So what elements do we have in common? In common, we have 2, and we have in both sets. So will be 2, for example. And we have 6 is only in A, 7, no, 9. 9 is in both sets. And we don't have more elements in common. So the intersection will be only this set, all right? We already have the union and intersection, okay? So let's go on with the slide 17. Here we have more examples. The intersection of two sets and A and B is the set containing those elements which are elements on A and elements of B. We already talked about that in the last slide. So we write this symbol will be intersection, A intersected with B. For example, if A equals 3, 4, 6, and 8, and we have B, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6, then the intersection of that set will be 3 and 6, because these are the elements in common, all right? Okay, so it's very, very easy concept, guys. So we see other example with other symbols. So we have the set A with these elements. We have the set B with these. Remember, a set can contain even numbers, objects, any elements, okay? So in this case, we don't have any numbers, but we have some elements. So what elements do we have in common? A intersected with B. So we have this. we have this, look, is in both sets, and we have this, all right? These elements are in common, so this is the intersection, all right? If A equals these elements and B equals this, then the intersection will be, we have these elements, it's like snow crystals, something like that, and this, okay? And what else? We have this here and here, and we have this here and here. Okay, so this will be the intersection between A and B. All right, so let's continue with an additional example. So here we have, for example, the statement says build a Venn diagram for the following sets and find A union B and A intersected with B. So we have the set A, 1, 2, 4, 8, and 10, and we have the set B, 3, 4, 6, 12, and 14. The exercise, they say the universal set. So this is an information from the problem. So we have the universal set with all these elements. Remember, the condition for the universal set, it should include all the elements from A and B, and it can have even more numbers. For example, look, 15 is not in any set, but is the universal set. It's an extra element. What else? For example, 11. 11 is in a universal set, but it's not included in A nor in B, all right? But it's possible, okay? How can we represent these sets in a Venn diagram? This is very easy. Let's start with the intersection. For example, this zone, okay? So first of all, we draw this diagram. We draw the set A, we draw the set B with an intersection zone, and we draw a universal set, all right? So first of all, we are going to write the elements in common between A and B. So let's see, what elements do we have in common between A and B? Let's start. For example, here we have 3 is not here, 2 is not here, 4 is included in both elements, so we have 4 here. What else? 6, it's only in B, 8 is not in B, 12, and 14. We only have this, we only have 4, okay? So this element is only in this part. Oh. Here in the middle, much better, so you can see it better. Okay, now we write the elements that are in A, but we don't include 4 because it's already in the intersection zone. So we write the other elements. So let's start with, for example, 1. Let's continue with 2. Okay. 4 is already in intersection. 8. So 8. Then we have 10. Okay. And that's it. We already have the set A. Now, let's continue with the set B. The set B, we have to include the other elements. So we have 3, 4 is already in the intersection zone. It belongs to both elements, to A and to B. We have 6. We have number 12. And we have 14. Okay? Okay, so we finish these elements and then continue with the universal set. What do we write in outside the sets A and B? We write the elements of the universal set that are not in A and nor in B. Okay, for example, 1 is already in A, so we can cross the elements that already have. 1 is already in A, 2 is already here, 3, we already have that, 4, 5, for example, 5, look, we don't have 5 in any set, so we write 5 here, 5. Let's continue with 6. 6 is already in B, so we don't need to write anything. 7, we don't have 7 in any set, so we write 7. We can write it here. Okay, you can write it any space of the universal set. All right, let's continue. So we cross 7 here. Then we continue with 8. 8 is not in any set, so we can write 8 over here, any place. Then let's go on with 9. 9 is not in any set, so we write 9 here, any space inside the box, of course. 10 is already in A. 11 is not included, but we have to write it here. Let's write it here, 11. Okay. Now 12. 12 is already in B, so we don't have to write anything. 13 is not in any set, so we have to write it in the box. So 13, we can write it here to fill the spaces. 13. We have 14, but 14 is already in B, and it's missing 15, so we can write 15 over here. Okay? And that's it, guys. We already have the Venn diagram. We already have the sets A, the sets B, and the intersection. We can write it better like A union B. We can write the elements that are in A union B. Okay. We already have the Venn diagram. We can use that to build the set. So A union B will be all the elements in A and also in B. So it will be, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we already have 3, we have 4, we have 6, we have 8, we have 10, we have 12, and we have 14. All right, and the same with the intersection. Okay, so we write the A intersected with B. So we can write the elements of the intersection. We only have one element, so we only have 4. All right, so it will be, if we don't have any number in the intersection zone, we can write, for example, this sign. If it was an empty set, we can write this sign. This is the empty sign, but we have 4. If we don't have anything here, we write this, but this is the empty set. Okay, guys? So that's it so far. So let's check the union. So I don't forget anything here. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay. It's great. Okay, guys. So I hope you understood this part. This will be, we will make a follow-up. I will upload in Google Classroom, so you can do it during the week. Okay, we will have one day of advisory conference, probably by Schoology or by Meet. I will send the invitation. Okay, and I hope you understood this. And I will upload some extra videos about the topic so you can understand it better. Okay, guys, have a great day. See you later, alligator.